in some ways, I feel like I'm almost back in like 2015 when we started Netlify, right? Like, so when I started Netlify, it was this like, I started working on it in 2013. And at that time, the role of a front-end developer was seen as kind of like a pseudo developer, right? Like it was not a real developer. It was someone who took a Photoshop file and then sliced it and handed it over to a real developer that would implement it into like a proper website or proper application or something, right? Like, and big driving vision of Netlify was like, if we can get these front-end developers the right end-to-end tool chain, if we can sort of like decouple all this back-end stuff from building the experiences and then give them the tooling to ship it all the way to production, they will become the actual web developers and the mainstream web developers. And we coined this like Jamstack term around that and built a whole community and wave around it, and it largely played out that way, right? Like, and today we have about 17 million professional JavaScript developers, and everybody see them very much as developers. They're paid as developers, right? Like it's kind of like the mainstream web developer now. And now we're in this next version of that where suddenly like tools like Bolt.new or Lovable or Rebellit and so on, right? Like are suddenly like inviting all these people with no development experience to write code indirectly and to build on the web without being real developers. And there's like this notion of a vibe coder that's definitely not a real developer, right? Like it's someone who's just like vibing and playing around and so on. And of course they'll need like a real developer to take their things like sort of to production and to build real things. And I see the same parallel, right? Like in being able with Netlify to bridge that gap between like real development and building real world projects in production with these new kinds of developers that are coming in the front door, right? Like, and we have sort of really have front row to them coming in the front door, right? Like a year ago, we were sitting at around 3,000 signups a day, which for a developer tool is really strong. Yesterday we had 17,000 people sign up for Netlify, right? Like we're sitting at that level of just like 15, 16, 17,000 signups every single day. And a lot of those come from non-developer background. Like in the sign-up flow, they'll identify as marketeers or product managers or designers or docs writers or anything, right? Like, and I think we can really help them become developers. We can open up the field of what it means to be a developer from being like a very binary thing where either you're a coder and you know code and you write algorithms and you know syntax and languages and frameworks, and like if you don't do, you're not in the club. You just can't participate. At Netlify, for example, our people team in HR are now building software, right? Like at every month I join their team meeting, and it's kind of like a demo meeting where like our recruiter will show, hey, I built a new dashboard for all of the recruiting metrics, and our HR business partner will show, hey, I'm now building our own tooling for like the internal sentiment survey and so on, right? Like with our own branded experience and everything around it. And I think those are the kind of things we'll see all over the industry. We'll see development be part of your professional skill set. You'll be able to build tools and so on. And I'm really excited about helping these next like potential 3 billion people be part of like the developer community and actually build software on the web and not just consume software.